they didn't build up this NBA Finals the way that they should, the way that they would if it were big market teams. And be real, because it's Indiana and OKC, they kind of melted it in terms of getting us all interested in their backstory and getting us more interested in some like warfare of words with them. And somebody brought this up. Like back in the day, Magic, Bird, or then you go to Jordan or whoever he was facing. Dog, it felt like Amar Rashad inside the NBA, all of them was just giving you like, oh, I didn't know about Rodman. I didn't know about Dumars. Like they went there. Now we just like, no, he can shoot.
Yeah, it was almost like you weren't prepared for these teams to get there. And now they don't know what even to talk about. So it's if you watch the shows last week, you're seeing the same shows as you're seeing today.
Interesting.
So it's boring.
But also, there's nobody there really interested enough to talk about. Like, do you care that much about Halliburton? We're literally only talking about him just because he's there.
You really?
Like all season, nobody was really talking about him like
no,
that.
don't give him that. I think.
I'm talking about amongst like the stars.
Oh yeah,
in the league.
you're right.
He
He's
wasn't
not on
even
that
in
level.
top 10 in conversation.
Right.
SGA was in the conversation because of the MVP race, but outside of that, he's not.
So
like,
whose job is that? Is that us to dictate to them, or is that the media to say, hey, y'all are watching the wrong things?
It's the media's job. That's their job. That's the reporter's job is to report and make them interesting. Make them figure out ways to make them interesting to the national public.
I don't think they do that.
I think what it is that sports media has turned into reality TV with the mask of sports media. Like it's just a bunch of personalities who are worried about their brands, and they're sensitive about you critiquing their brands. So that's what's happening is that because you're affecting their bottom line when you do that. So that's why they're so protective as far as or they're bouncing back and protecting themselves from criticism because they don't want their brand to be heard.
I love that point.
But like star factor, that's like a real thing.
I agree with that.
If somebody don't have it, you can try to force as much media attention on them as you want. If you don't have it, you don't have it. So I think it's not the media's job to determine who's a star, but what their job is to do is to focus on those that are.
Well,
there's players that are.
You, the music head, sound like maybe you would disagree with yourself because you know if they put a song out, but if they give it all the burn on BLS and all the burn on all the radio stations, wherever you started, you're not going to end in terms of that song. You're going to like it a little more because they force it down your ears. I thought that's the same in all types of media. No. The machine can make somebody something. I've always seen that in entertainment. No,
because I don't know. Was Jokic a star like before? He wasn't a star player, but they started doing reports on him and showing him why you should appreciate his game, and that's what led into his star power.
Well, that's why I don't agree with the music and sports analogy because they're two very different worlds. Sports, you become a star usually because of your skill set, like how good you are, in comparison to your peers.
Right.
In music, you don't even have to be a good musician to be a star.
Good point.
You can just have a song that just hits.
Well, you don't have to be a good player to be a star, Jeremy Lin. And he's good.
But he was good. And he became a star because he was so good and it was unexpected.
Aren't you proving our point then? Think about this. He was good for 2 weeks, whatever you want to call it.
2 weeks.
I mean, Linsanity.
A couple weeks.
Linsanity at his peak was 2 weeks. Then he still was good after that, but Linsanity. Overnight, they could make something like that happen. They made it a phenomenon. Why they can't do that for SGA
his credit, though,
or
he was
Halliburton.
doing it against superstars.
Yeah, he
So
had
that's
38
why it
against
blew
Kobe.
up.
That's
Right.
what really
Kobe, hold on.
nailed it.
I'd rather see you ball in the finals than give me 38 against Kobe in the regular season.
But you can only ball in the finals if you make it there. They weren't a team that was making it to the finals.
No, I'm talking about Halliburton. The machine can turn on when it wants to.
Jeremy Lin.
For 2 weeks, they turned on against a Kobe in the regular season for Jeremy Lin. You trying to tell me for 2 weeks in the finals you can't turn it on for
With
Halliburton?
multiple game-winning shots and
Thank you.
iconic shots.
Yeah, they don't want to turn it on.
The difference between Linsanity and a Halliburton, when Linsanity was happening, you tuned in because you wanted to. With Halliburton in the finals, you just tuned in because he's in the finals. It's not like nobody was checking for them all season.
I still don't think
you're
that
kinda
negates what
forced
we're
to
saying.
watch them right
I
now.
think the reason Insanity really hit is because
This is Marcellus Wiley with an urgent message for anyone struggling with over $10,000 in credit card debt. Here's what you need to do right now. Visit pt.monitordebt.com. They've helped thousands reduce what they owe by dealing directly with creditors, cutting balances by 30, 40, even 50%. This isn't a loan. This is a proven debt settlement program where you make affordable monthly deposits while they do the heavy lifting. Many clients become debt-free in 24 to 48 months. Don't wait another day drowning in interest. Call 866-204-0071 or visit pt.monitordebt.com. Your financial freedom is waiting. It's just one phone call away.
Asia woke up and they were like, yo, this is us. And there's so much.
We were all watching.
And it was New York, too.
yeah.
It was New York.
It was
the Knicks.
Yeah, it was same thing for Yao Ming. Like, we get it. It is. You know, Yao Ming got the most
I think
votes.
Insanity was bigger than Yao Ming.
Oh, it was.
Yeah.
But it was. But my point is that thing, there's a switch that they know exists. Whether they control it or we control it is our conversation. But I think they control it. Because if they plastered, like when Destiny Child was huge, every time you turn on TV, you're like, damn, Destiny Child. And they're not the only big act, but that's the act they wanted to get behind. And I know I keep going to music because I love music too much. But in sports, they did it for Insanity. They did it for Jokic. They did it for Wemby. Wemby ain't won nothing. Wemby just tall and out there looking sick on the court. And Halliburton been looking sick on the court, and they ain't turning it on. Tell me
They
why.
did it for Ja, too.
They did it for Ja, and you can
fumbled-
tell they
he
not doing
fumbled
it for
it,
Ja
turned
right
it out.
now.
No, but see,
They turned it off.
that proves my point.
Okay.
Because I know you keep using a music reference. In music, your song don't have to be good. They can just keep playing it, and the more they play it, it'll just build up steam.
feels
so
like
get
something,
attention.
yeah.
But it doesn't have to be a good song.
Yeah.
In sports, it doesn't matter how much media tries to build you up. If you're not good, it won't
But
go
Halliburton
nowhere.
is good.
So what media does, no, he is.
Yeah.
But he's not like a star. He's not,
SGA is good.
yeah, but they're not. You said why? Is
Both
it the
of them.
NBA's fault that they're not, I guess, getting the max out of it? I
Yeah.
think both of them are good players, but they're boring. They're not. Nothing is entertaining about them. As much as media can promote them,
Really?
you can't force somebody boring on you. Like they're just good players.
You're
and
talking about
that's it.
SG and Hallie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're
I
good
don't think
players.
Hallie's boring. SGA, I give
He's
you
more.
that.
He's more entertaining than.
And he's on
SGA is.
TikTok doing dances and silly, and him and his wife act whatever.
Yeah.
You could play with it, but his game, he shoots from the logo. That's not boring.
He got game.
He'll hit a
But-
buzzer beater when it counts.
You know when somebody we didn't check for him all season.
I
Up
think
until
we
this point.
did. I just don't think
No,
we.
preseason he wasn't doing well.
He was
They
hurt,
were
though,
talking about
too.
him.
Hold on, he
even
made
during
all
the
NBA.
Sorry, pre All-Star, not preseason. Pre All-Star, pre All-Star. He was not Halliburton. Something was wrong with him.
Right.
He was. He looked like
And that's
he was
February.
disappearing. Yeah.
This is
Post-All-Star.
June. They could turn it on in 2 weeks for Insanity in February, March. Like, we're not giving. We got to give. If you give me an answer that negates what they've done before, I'm with you. But when they turn it on, they turn it on.
Who's somebody that you think the media built up to be a star that wasn't actually a star?
I can tell you somebody.
Greg Oden.
Hey,
He got hurt.
Hey, that's
The
Indiana.
media- he got hurt.
I'm gonna
But
say
they
that.
didn't build him up
that
to be a star.
I don't mean.
He was a star coming out of college.
Yeah, he was a star.
But when he got to the NBA, he was.
So
never
you're saying
that.
they weren't good. You're saying also they weren't good.
Just somebody who, like somebody like as in music, you can make somebody a star that's not good. In sports, you actually have to be good first, and then the media will take that and run with it.
No, I think if you have a certain person in it, I'm thinking about Boban Marjanovic. He was terrible, but
That's true.
the media really gave him a lot of attention for being who he was. Just
Hell
a really
yeah.
fun guy.
Yeah.
He was in John Wick,
That's
right?
an example.
He's been on our show multiple times, and it's just because he's
That's a good
Boban.
example.
That's a great example. Probably none
Is
better.
it because none of these guys have any edge? Could that be it?
Now, if Jason Whitlock was sitting right here, I know what he would say. It's because they not with the buffoonery or what is it? There's another word, not caricature, but there's a way where if you act a certain way as a black person, you know how it goes, the stereotypes and all that, then you get escorted faster to the front of the line.
Edwards.
Just like in music, if you curse, bitch, N-word, all that, oh, we could sell this. But if you go up there trying to be Diggable Planets again, they like, dog, I don't know.
And I hate to say it, but one name comes to mind with that. And I'm not saying he's a buffoon or anything like that, but Anthony Edwards.
Become a gym member with Project Transition. As a giver every month, small gifts have a big impact in creating real change. Not only will you transform lives, you'll also win and unlock once-in-a-lifetime experiences. Join me, Marcellus Wiley, in making a real impact through Project Transition, a global giving community dedicated to uplifting underserved youth with mentorship, education, and access to real opportunities. Your donation doesn't just enter you to win unforgettable prizes and exclusive experiences with myself and other gym members. It fuels our mission to empower the next generation of leaders, dreamers, and game changers. From after-school programs, life skills camps, and career development, every dollar helps unlock potential where it's needed most and where every person makes a world of difference. Give back, win big, be the difference, be greater than your greatest excuse. Support Project Transition today. Become a gym member and help turn obstacles into opportunities.
Right. I'm glad he said that. No one chooses football. Football chooses you. It's so crazy people still stuck in Pat Mahomes in the offense. I'm like, do you see these numbers?
Marcellus Wiley on the rocks.